Here's a good question for you, and it's a vital one as far as your life and future are concerned. What do you think about most of the time? You tell any expert what it is you think about most of the time, and he can tell you what kind of a person you are and what your future very probably will be like. There's always been a lot of mystery and fraud and hocus pocus surrounding fortune tellers, and there ought to be. But if you'll spend an hour just talking to an intelligent and discerning person, he can tell you a great deal about yourself and your future. Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." It's really as simple as that. You are literally what you think about. By analyzing your thoughts, you can analyze yourself. Just as the alcoholic thinks about alcohol, the dope addict about dope, the criminal about crime, the medical student thinks about medicine, the lawyer about law, the young mother about her children and her husband. We are, as Emerson wrote, what we think about all day long. Now, of course, during the course of a day, we think about many things, hundreds of things. But what controls our lives is what we think about most of the time. So if you can tell me or anybody what you think about most of the time, I or anybody else can tell you what you are. Now this gives a person who understands this fact a really remarkable measure of control over his life, since he will become what he thinks about, and since he can control his thinking, he can, to an altogether unsuspected extent, control his life and his future. As one of the world's greatest psychologists put it, if you only care enough for a result, you will almost certainly attain it. If you wish to be rich, you will be rich. If you wish to be learned, you will be learned. If you wish to be good, you will be good. Only you must then really wish these things, and wish them exclusively, and not wish at the same time 100 other incompatible things just as strongly. In my opinion, confusion in a person's life can be traced to confusion in his thinking. People who know what they want and have decided to reach their goals at all cost are, for the most part, happy and well-directed people. That they achieve their goals goes without saying. So it all comes down to this then. Deciding on what it is you want more than anything else is the most important decision you can make. Once you make this decision, keep to it. Think about it all day long. Stay everlastingly at it. And then, instead of being on a river which winds all over the countryside, you'll find yourself on a straight road, the shortest distance between where you are now and the point at which you want to arrive. So remember the words then of Ralph Waldo Emerson. A man, and this goes for a woman too, is what he thinks about all day long. Now, what are you thinking about right now? Do you know what the four things are that an education can give you? Well, there are 3 P's and an F. The 4 great objects of life and education can be listed as poise, power, peace, and freedom. Let me tell you the 10 marks of an educated person. You can check them off as I run down the list and see how you qualify. The 10 marks of an educated person. 1, an open mind. This is the ability to toss even your most cherished beliefs into the trash can if you find they're not true. Number 2, the educated person will listen to all the information someone else can give him on the subject and then draw his own conclusions. Number 3, the educated person never laughs at new ideas. He never says that something is impossible, ridiculous, or that it cannot be done. Number 4, the educated person cross-examines his daydreams. A lot of people have become great by realizing that some daydreams can become practical realities. Number 5, the educated person discovers his strongest point and then makes the most of it, and each of us has one. Nothing succeeds like success, but mainly because a person has found his strong point and has learned how to play it. Number 6, learn the value of good habits and how to form them. Number 7, know when not to think and when to call in the expert to do your thinking for you. Dr. William Mayer once said, "It's not surgery that kills people, it's delayed surgery." Number 8, you can't sell the educated person magic. It's amazing and pitiable the great number of people who believe in luck, charms, special days, signs, Black Fridays, and other superstitions still around from the Dark Ages. The educated person tosses superstition right out the window. Number 9, the educated person lives a forward-looking, outward-looking life. Psychology divides the world into 2 classes, introverts and extroverts. The inward-looking introvert loses health, efficiency, happiness, and so on, while the outward-looking person builds, constructs, organizes, achieves, and harnesses the energies of the world. Now, most of us are a combination of both introvert and extrovert, but it's important that we turn ourselves and our minds outward, not inward. Number 10, and finally, the educated person cultivates a love for the beautiful. Beauty can be a fine book, good music, nature, a painting, any one of a million things. The educated person sees beauty in just about everything.